like adding s or subtracting s from anything.
Yes.
We are not so if like other people may say. There's no plural form of saying in so man. 10 so 1 so that is
correct.
I
want to know, so does it have a meaning?
So
What does it mean?
maybe he can help me. I don't know.
Yeah. So is a name, but right till now we don't have the actual meaning of so. But we know that the person who started the origin of the Nso people came from the mother, the mother who gave birth to all of us, a woman who is called Ngonto. Ngonto. And Ngon is a young lady in Banto.
It's like here in the center.
We
call a young lady Dangon.
Baba limka o limba me obeyo kimayimba me limba me so lim julim mitro limba me alim duwala limi yaune limba me alim sumali mimumlae limba me obeyo kimayimba mo limba me yelango mbana lango mbana jebe koyo baje lango mbana akinko ekelanga uyibe ishe awumo a ebe fo woni kermbana enko ya lango mbana yuye di lango mbana wonso di lango mbana akinko ekelanga uyibe ishe afro ebe fo woni kermbana gamoga samelo mogalana gamoga samelo mogalana denga Bomonga shingala de dotila ibenya binyebe dotila bomonga shingala de bomonga shingala de you want the body ye wana we show sila kange body tarwana we show sila molane mshosela molane mshosela you want the body ye wana we show sila kange body tarwana we show sila molane mshosela molane mshosela Dimolo chala ke kaji waji waji bite mo jombaire asuji ngishongre omo sa shongre lisuma ya ukari te jinya wa ipajo pa yele na tama chacha ula la Sikembo benko yobo sikembo di yotanga sikembo di yotanga sikembo benko sikembo di yotanga sikembo yirwano sikembo di yotanga sikembo benko yobo sikembo di yotanga sikembo di yotanga sikembo benko sikembo di yotanga Lontumbo ni lantuma. Lontumbo ni lantuma. Lontumbo tunga yele. Lontumbo ni lantuma. Lontumbo wayiyemo. Lontumbo ni lantuma. Lontumbo bontunga yele. Lontumbo bolantuma. Lontumbo ni lantuma. Lontumbo tunga yele. Lontumbo ni lantuma. Bibano wanso. Bibano biyoso. Bibano yemowe. Bibano biyoso. Bibano biyoso. Bibano wanso. Bibano biyoso. Bibano biyoso. Bibano nyamowe. Bibano biyoso. Bibano biyoso. Bibano wanso. Bibano biyoso. Anene kitupashuya, kitupasha wano, kitupashulaiga, kitupaki. Tunini tupalaiga, ababa, ababa, Yawo karite shinya wa ifajo pa yele na tama. Chacha ula la 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 la. Sikembo, sikembo jiyokanga. Sikembo benko yobo. Sikembo jiyokanga. Sikembo, sikembo jiyokanga. Sikembo benko. Sikembo jiyokanga. Sikembo yirwano, sikembo jiyokanga. Sikembo benko yobo, sikembo jiyokanga. Sikembo, sikembo jiyokanga. Sikembo wanzowe, sikembo jiyokanga. Lontumbo ni lantuma. Lontumbo ntumdo yelem, lontumbo ni lantuma. nini ya nini yo go yo we nini ya nini tupala ya bo nini yo
It's for real. We are real and really in the depth of cultural vibes. If you're just joining us, sure you are having a wonderful time because yes, here in the studio we are having a swell time, marvelous time. Okay, if you wonder what's happening and I'm touching my breath, it's because we've been dancing for a long time and it's been hot in Jang. It's Jang. It's been hot in here, and yes, that's how we do it. It's only on Real FM you can find such a program, only on 88.4 the listeners radio. Go around other stations, you won't find this. Trust in me, and I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. This is where we blend culture with modernity, and we make you see why you should enjoy your culture, why you should be proud of who you are, why you should enjoy celebrating what was handed down to us by our ancestors. This is that point where youthful people, where the youth celebrate culture and the old people sit and say yes, there's a relay after us. When we'll be gone, there will be a relay and the culture will not disappear. And talking of culture disappearing, um our guests in the studio are from the Scotland.
past years, we are talking about the marriages, and for the past 2 years, there's a particular topic talking about attack on those who write make the birth certificates, because there is a name in the Nto language that is wrongly spelled, a family name. All the entire family carries the wrong spelling of that name. So the Kintatike Lamto, which means the associate.
Prohibit. The woman's place is not only in the kitchen, and a woman is not a children manufacturing machine.
I like this. It sounds really nice. So now, what is the link between the older generation and the younger generation? Like those who are really aging out, and then the younger people. Do you people find time to come together, like to learn some of those things, some of those gifts? We know that the old people they have their gifts, even though there are some old people as well. So not sorry, but to learn some of those gifts, maybe how to. I don't know. You're laughing. Of course, there's old people who are not very intelligent, but they are still wise. That's the better thing. No. So, do you have activities that bring these two generations together to be sure that they who are already leaving this world very soon, they will not be going away with some hidden information that they have not passed on to the younger generation? Maybe meetings that bring people together.
Like you see, Nsotman is a cultural being. You cannot separate culture from Nsotman. Okay. So, like for example, almost every day in the week, there is something that brings people together.
Wow.
Yeah. You talk of things like the food, the sambas, the dreams, and all those type of things. Even right here in Yaoundé, we have them, which means that we don't move away from our culture. The initiations into those things might not be done here in Yaoundé, but we learn about the things, so that for those who will be initiated, when you go back home, you might be initiated if you so do, but you learn. So our culture is a continual culture. So, like for example, I for one, I have a dance here in Yaoundé.
Oh,
on a dance.
Why did you not come with the dance?
Maybe some other time.
Yes, I'm inviting you again for very
dance.
soon. Sorry, it's called
Longsi.
Can we dance it?
Longsi.
I have, but it's very short. It's a Longsi dance. The name is Soliwir. So it holds every fortnight, Saturday
evening.
Yeah, Saturday evening at Nkwabang.
Hi, Tifa. So, Jemai, you stay on Kwabang? Do you stay around Kwabang?
No.
Now you stay around Kwabang.
The road to a cultural event is never long.
So
in the African
I have some music, but
the important thing is that we are going to be invited one of these days to one of the
celebrations.
Yeah.
No, how did you call the name of the dance?
Soliwir.
No, we go ahead. So we will be invited one of these. That we show the whole wide world, like if you how we're doing a few minutes ago, how it is danced, so that those people, I know my friend Kumila Emos now, who is in Dubai. Who's I again? So I forgot. But he's in the UAE. He is at his ecstasy right now, because each time he watches this show, it's like he feels like he's in Cameroon, and especially when we have some people on board, he just feels like he has traveled over to Kumbo. So there are many of them, and our friend Shea Wahala, of course, out in the US, he feels so connected to his culture, and each time this show is going on, he's very happy watching it. So we would love to have
even Tasha Franklin.
Shea Franklin.
We invite all of them.
Definitely.
Nestor.
We want to have it live here.
Shea
Drums. They play drums, right?
Yeah, they play drums,
flutes. That's going to be
That's
ecstasy.
really a
We will have white mimbo that day.
Yeah.
That will be white mimbo on this table with palm nuts. And then you can with tukuni.
No. It doesn't go with tukuni.
No, it's
fowls.
the goodest.
Let's go with fowls and
We'll prepare that program.
So where are we going to burn the fowl here? Oh, burn it and bring it.
When the cut is still alive, they cut the neck. So they burn and burn until it gets ready, and they chop it into small and then red oil. And that is the real kati. They don't put anything there, it's just that red oil.
But it's not every woman that eats it.
Nowadays.
No. This man
Frog
is trying
eye.
to-
No, but it depends. It depends on the
time.
yes.
Voilà.
Depends on the time.
No,
All the time.
In that dance, are they
We
women?
can do something for everybody, and we mix things that will scare people away from
Definitely.
In that
Thank
dance,
you
are there
very
women
much.
there?
everybody.
Yeah.
But there are dance that women are not there.
Yes,
Yeah.
like the
But
man.
this one
don't go in.
this
there.
one.
Yes, so I will
everybody-
join Bed the Manjo and them food.
There's no
Now, really
problem.
with this.
We are going to bring Bed the Manjo and them food.
Now,
No,
with this.
therefore we are excluding women.
You
Yes,
okay? That you present cultural matters. I will be not. I will be
No problem.
Oh, all right, no problem.
Because very soon they will say they want to eat gizzard. No, that is the problem now.
No.
A woman
You
does
see-
not think about
No,
it.
Okay.
I wonder.
the gizzard is never for a woman.
Okay.
I wonder.
Because
there is my house.
I had one fun time.
You can eat
I had
and
one
drink
fun
once.
time
You don't care
when
about
where we said that
And then
if
the
any
real-
woman eats a gizzard, there's a way to know it.
Voilà.
For
Yes.
example,
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, for
they-
example.
Let me speak in low tune. The woman will develop beards.
Voilà. Promise Akante suspect. Jementa suspect.
So now,
Oh, one so
okay.
Man, this is Cultural Vibes. It's coming your way live on 88.4. This is Royal FM. We are proud of who we are, and that's why we celebrate our culture, we enjoy culture, we promote culture, we make sure that culture does not disappear with the old generation. This younger generation too is going to uphold the values of our ancestors and will also pass it down to the other younger generations.
Yeah, really, as we were asking the question, how is the link
Yes.
between the older generation and the
Younger
new
generation.
generation?
Yep.
Now, in those days, there were lesser opportunities for girls and women to go to school in the entire land. But now, the young generation, everybody has the opportunity to go to school. There are even some certain truths now that women and girls, they know more than some of the men who have not gone to school. And then you discover that there are certain things that, you see, is the woman or the girls who have studied and have gone far that maybe bring light to the things that most people now do. That is, education brings light to the cultural activities. For example, you may be surprised that a woman will be maybe one of the co-participants in the organization of the Ngonto Cultural Festival.
Wow. Okay.
Because we value women, because the Nto people were founded by a woman.
Okay.
We are born of a woman. So we value women. Even though men have their place, even though men do things that are particularly for the men, we do not neglect women. Even in the Mfu or Manjong, where women cannot pass, we also eat fufu corn prepared by women.
That is it. That is it.
Even in the big traditional courts, where women cannot just daydream, they can only hear, we still eat fufu corn there prepared by women.
Voila.
And the only thing that stops the woman from entering there is what they do there, what men carry out there. So women are very, very important in the Nto land. So if you're a Nto woman, you should be very, very proud of yourself.
Solomon, can we have Definitely. Let's have some beautiful music. It's a beautiful collab between Cameroon artists. We're proud of who we are. We're coming right back.
That's where I come from. Now moon is bright, telling stories round the bonfire. We get the fire, we get the power, we get the sauce. Yes, we are proud of who we are. Now not to say all man, not chunje.
Yeah, boy, I come at my one so yo alaya kisanga. Listen to Afobia. They are daddy. Ayo adari.
Yere kanting man famila will I want. Vejo one goes away. We proud of who we are. There's it to tonight. There's it out tonight. Vejo one goes away. We proud of who we are. Yere kanting man famila will I want. Vejo one goes away. We proud of who we are. There's it to tonight. Everyone goes away. We're proud of who we are. Let's sing and set and let know. We're proud of who we are. And while we are watching, we're proud of who we are. Let's sing and set and let know. We're proud of who we are. And while we are watching, we're proud of who we are. We're proud of who we are. Be proud of who we are. Be proud of who we are. Be proud of who we are.
Yeah, well. Oh, my own dearest colleague watching us all the way from Ohio, USA is Ernest Kanjo 4. He's also a very, very beautiful radio promoter. He has a wonderful online radio show on Apex One Radio, which is an online radio station. And he's watching us all the way from Ohio in the USA. Thank you very much for being there, Ernest. Thank you, all of you. Yunwen Hagai. Wow, amazing. How I wish like the Promise Akanteh is AKANTH. Is it too fast? Anyway, you will get it. You see my pink face on it, so you know that it is me. Definitely on Facebook. So you can always get to us, and then you tell us where your village is. If you have resource persons who can talk about your village, then definitely you will always feel free to meet us. We will discuss your village, and we will dance to your village music, and yes, all of us will feel the fun. Trust me, it's a lot of fun. And the next time you're going to come with the dance, we'll have palm wine here with cola nuts.
Yeah.
And everybody will be in Atago, I'm sure, and it's going to be a wonderful studio. So Hagai, feel free, and to all those who are watching us and you wish to make your village known, you want your place to be known, exhibit the cultural prowess of your people, do not hesitate. Now, talking of cultural prowess, let me turn back to both of you. The Salt Palace has lots of artifacts. I learned that people even go there for tourism. Do you have a lot of works of art, artistic work like carvings, sculpting, a lot of paintings? You have them in the palace.
Really, we have. I think that is one of the things that identifies the Salt Palace. You know, when you are like already getting to the palace, you see some of the artifacts, artwork that is done there that indicates that you are already entering the palace.
Okay.
So even some in the Nto land, there are some carvings. The carvings pertaining to like animals or birds or maybe any living creature having its own meaning.
Yeah, so,
and then
because I was just going to ask that the carvings that are found in the palace, do they have particular meanings?
Really? For example, the carvings in the palace, they are like carvings of a lion. Yes, mostly a lion, because we believe that the fawn is the lion.
Okay.
Yes, that's the actual image that we ascribe to the fawn as a lion.
Is a lion.
Call him Vera.
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 Hey, Vera.
Vera, yeah, that means lion.
Vera Nyam. Vera Nyam. Vera Nyam is the lion, and we look up to our fawn as the lion, lion of the Nto land.
Okay.
So that's why when you get to the palace, you see carvings of the lion. Yes, there are also some other carvings in the palace that does not ascribe directly to the fawn. They ascribe to the society, like the Ngiri, the Ngorong, that are surrounding the fawn. So you can see maybe carvings of maybe like spears, carving of something like what do I say?
Now we also have other things like skins of animals that are displayed in the palace, like antelope skin, tiger skin, mboma, long snake skin. There are always lots of stories and histories behind such things each time you see in the palace. Like you can see the dried skin of an antelope, of a tiger, of a very long snake that is probably hanging behind the fawn. Because I'm from the palace, so I know some of these things. So the stories behind this. Let me ask you concerning the Salt Palace in particular. Does it attract foreign tourists who come just to see these things and ask questions and to understand how they function?
Surely, people, the tourists come to see what. For example, like we're saying, the things like skins of animals, like the leopard, the lion, the long snake. It is believed that a fawn can transform into anything. It's believed that the fawn has the very varying missions that he can operate. So if the fawn have to maybe carry out a mission that requires that he should transform, maybe into any other thing, or anything like an attack. If you are coming like to attack the fawn, maybe the fawn will be there sitting. You will not see him. Maybe you see only those things that you have to attack. So it has a lot of mystery behind it.
Yeah.
It has a lot of mysticism, and truly there is something serious about it. It's not like just belief. It's only those people who are having ill intention that know what actually is there. But if you don't have ill intention, if you don't think about anything, you only see it there just maybe like a flower. You just see it like a decoration. But the actual people who know why they have kept it there, they know what the purpose for which it serves.
Yeah.
And then people like tourists, when they come, they see the question, they give them these explanations.
Yeah. And they see that there's a lot of power and mischief behind the
mystery behind it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It always feels good when you connect back to culture. Now let me turn to you. I know that earlier on you said that there's a very close attachment between the Nsot man and his culture and his traditions, but also a very close tie with his religion.
Yeah.
Okay, in the Catholic Church, for example, and I guess Presbyterian Church too as well, polygamy is not accepted.
Yeah.
But in the Nsot culture, definitely, I'm sure that's a traditional. If you say you can marry more than one wife, you know, you can have even 2 or 3 or even 4 safe. So how do you reconcile it now with your tradition, considering that in church, the church will not want you to have more than one, but your tradition will require you or even ask you and encourage you to have more than one?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, religion. We are so attached to our religion, to our culture and the religion. Not all of us are Christians. That's one thing. So the religion, in this case, some are Muslims, and the Muslim religion does not forbid them does not forbid polygamy. Those who are Catholics, those who are Presbyterians, do not practice polygamy. Those who are real Christians, those who practice it, how can we call it? You know, there cannot be a law that works 100%. There are some exceptions, and that one might be dependent on an individual's from an individual's point of view. We don't have any thing in our culture that says a man should marry 2 wives. There is no. If you can marry 10 wives, fine. It is not a law. If you can marry 1, fine. But most of us have been attached to our religions, maybe the Christians, the Muslims. So we try to follow the aspect of the religion in that case, and you can see this issue of religion and tradition. And then Solan, especially in the Catholic Church, you see that there has been what we call inculturation, because the church saw it that with things like they look for things that will attract men to the church, and they made it possible for those things to be around the church. Think of things like the manjong. We have sambas in the churches.
Yep.
Yeah. Those ones in the churches it's just
CMA.
Not CMA.
Okay, samba.
Samba.
CMA is different from samba.
Okay.
Samba is like this manjong.
Okay.
We go with matche with
in church.
We have
Yes.
Okay.
So those things, when you are there, the doctrines you will get there. You see, if you are alone, if you are isolated, that is, if you have that idea of polygamy alone in a group of 10, believe me, it will die down. So people who interact mostly, they don't go for that for polygamy, but there are some who are polygamous. Our funds are polygamy. Yeah,
The Fais, the Shays,
the Fais,
polygamists.
they are polygamy, but not
yeah,
many.
it is true that it is practiced, but some of these things, they are traditionally orientated, because one of the value or the pride of Nsot man is to say that in a big compound, I am related to a big compound from this child. At times they give, in those olden days, they say that this family gives a wife to that to the chieftaincy. That was the first pride in those days. So at times it was not like you want it, but that is what tradition is demanding and what maybe elders they want.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we are about leaving the studio. We have exactly 2 more minutes to leave. So if you are to give one last word to those people who are shying behind and saying that culture, tradition, country talk, country clothes is meant only for old people, that they are younger people, they are not into such things. What would be your advice?
Yeah, my advice is, it is not the country clothes or the language that makes you younger or old, but it beautifies you in the way you use it. When you use your language intelligently, it is admired. When you use your cultural garments, your cultural dress, the way it is supposed to be used, it is admired. So I encourage young people to go back to their culture and tradition and harvest the rich cultural aspects that we have. Because if we run away from them, it's more in the cultural aspects that we still need to learn, that we still need to harvest. The cultural garden is packed full, but we are shying away from it. So I actually expect young people to enter into the cultural garden and harvest more. So since you said that the program is running over, I would like to send special greetings
in your mother tongue
to Berry. Berry with the more Yuri Shigangshin. Young Shigangshin Shida Royal FM. At the Shigangsha the one to Adam, our Yuri, Shigangsha the Mangong wa Yuri, Shigangsha the Cameroon Dam wa Yuri. Aveta Sungnen Fenaswiji Berry, I will be a Yuri. Na Kimena Draji, Vasenigara, Kinyoke Kumbi, Lamgosan, Iwa Duafombi. Lavsan yo da Veiralam, Willow Sugnen Kinyo, Ilamto, Uswiki do Idua Titi, Ilam, La Oda Sugnen Lam Aveiri, Mena Shati, Idzaye, Tata Washu Fighten La, Mena Shati, Wirbe Mbutan La Adam, Kikaike Laki Adam, Ashati Wirbe Kikaikom, Ashati Wirbe Kitiwum. Ashati ase adu mbi ngonzen ako takija birebedam banten ayongji draji mo on adayeji wasan kwa bunraji nyove wan won bilo shasin i wasan kun sik fana bam ayena mo won wasan da wa ku yedwa fombi awaya nyoki wo ki vasha de kejun beriwo. Thank you.
Beru. And yes, one last word from you.
Yeah. Like we always say, a building without a foundation will always collapse. If you run away or shy away from your roots, you alone definitely know where you are going to. So I will encourage all the sons and daughters of Saul to stick to their culture and not be shy of their culture. Ma bear with them. Ohlin answer for Yuri, Jisifo Shigang Fen. Ayong Jiber when Lingansen Kijung for Yuri. Ki mo with a kin monari, but a ki keken when low driven in aquati. She load the cake for Kakadanari, Amen Kuyaki, are we doing the fen. In my shati, Gangsa solely will sit them, some king just why Yuri. Gangsa Bongyang, Shu 5 minyan in Memfu. We dramo tattoo. Ayong Berry Haven. Berlin.
Beru and Beru to all of you, our listeners and televiewers who danced with us, enjoyed with us since 6:30 p.m. Good evening to you, Lopro DJ Anga for our international DJ out there in Belgium. Oh, sorry, you see, you're watching us from there on video for Belgium, so I need to know. So thank you very much for coming on the show, and we wish you good luck in all what you do out there. And thank you to the entire panel: Gementa, Frinoy Crispin, Susan Nanyonge, Abel Bella Samari, and Leroy Salomon Isena, who was there for audio and video editing, all the close-ups and the pull-outs and the do the kadrash chest up down. Quoi? Hello, busy look to Sigilaji.
That's interesting.
Was there for us. Carol pronunciation was our copyright clerk. Better when I for coordination, Reverend Pastor Emmanuel Bisai for general supervision. My name is Promise Akante. On behalf of the entire crew, wish you a wonderful evening. And until Wednesday, remember, if you do not know where you're coming from, you will not know where you're going to. Bye-bye.
I love it. There you will know, there you will know, where can I get you? There you will know, there you will know, there you will know, there you will know, where can I get you? There you will know, there you will know, there you will know, where can I get you? There you will know, there you will know, where can I get you? My name now with tea, I don't like with Torobu. I come what kumbu with him, Mamutumbu, like you come missing Mutuku.